Hello there, and welcome to the top 10 possible galactic legends they could still make in Galaxy of Heroes.
This totally isn't our fourth time recording this intro.
Not the fourth time. We are going to break down, after Lord Vader and Grandmaster Kenobi?
Jedi Master
Kenobi, who the possible remaining galactic legends are, because we were running thin.
A little bit, yeah.
Darth Maul.
Also, I'm Naomi.
I was going to get to it.
Okay. I thought you skipped that.
No, I was going to introduce us. I'm joined by the Sith Holocron, Naomi.
Hello.
And I am the Jedi Holocron, Tyler. We are here. I already said why we're here. But we were talking about Darth Maul today, and we're like, it's weird that he's not a galactic legend, because it really makes the idea of who could actually be worthy of galactic legend left very low.
Yes. And also, Darkseid is already hurting for potential galactic legends.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this is just a thing in fiction in general. A lot of the times there'll be a lot of really well-known and liked main characters, like on the good guy side of things.
Yeah.
And usually like one or two really well-known or well-developed bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
So even in a universe this big, there isn't a whole lot of potential Darkseid galactic legend level worthy people. And if Maul doesn't count, I think we're already out.
Yeah. We're getting really low. So, here are the top 10 people who could be a galactic legend, and we
should be a
galactic legend. And we try to find ones from a bunch of different factions.
We tried our best to not double up as much.
Yeah.
Because it seems like they kind of want GLs to mostly be one per faction, even though all of the light side GLs have pretty strong Jedi synergy.
Yeah. So we're going to hop right into number 10. We have Darth Maul at 10 because... No. Or not Maul, Maul.
Yeah, not Darth. Formerly Darth.
Formerly
now
Darth.
Just Maul.
It's just a habit, you know? But since we have Darth Maul, we have... What's this one called? Just Maul, the new one?
This one's just called Maul.
So, like...
Siege of Mandalore Maul.
So maybe... I don't know what they would do with this. I'd assume furthest in the timeline Maul, which would be Rebels Maul.
If they're doing it like how they did Luke and Palpy, it would be like end of timeline Maul. So yeah, like Rebels Maul. But he's kind of pathetic at that point in time.
Yeah.
Like he's a broken
man.
He's
a broken shell of himself. Yeah.
So I could potentially see this would be obviously the one that they're doing as
would be the prime galactic legend candidate.
But if they had to do a different one, I guess I could see like Crime Lord Maul.
Yeah, from Crimson Dawn or whatever. Like him with the chain from...
Yeah.
That'd be so weird if that was the galactic legend Maul.
Yeah.
But I'll take it.
But that it would be, I guess, theoretically when he has his most, like, power.
Yeah.
Even though I feel like Siege of Mandalore is when he has his most power.
Yeah.
And, like, influence.
I don't know if he has his most power there or if he's on his game more there, you know?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, he has his most influence at the Siege of Mandalore. Because the whole... Palpatine had to go and fight him because the Shadow Collective was getting really strong.
Yeah.
They had the Mandalorians and every crime syndicate imaginable under them. Mm-hmm. That was, like, strong enough to, like, win the war against the Seppies or the Republic. If he could have mobilized.
Right. They could have changed the tides for sure.
But somehow that's not Galactic Legend worthy.
Yeah, it's weird. I think they should have saved that for Galactic Legend. And since this one, we wanted to keep the faction separate, this one's just a dark side unaligned Force user.
Yeah. If it was just, like, Rebels Maul, it would be just dark side unaligned Force user synergy.
Yeah, or maybe if like it was a Crimson Dawn Maul, they did Crimson Dawn
or
something weird like that.
Something like that.
Like get Kira on there, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like a new Kira. Okay, number 9. This one is not there yet, but has very good potential to get there to Galactic Legend status, and would be the great Mandalorian Galactic Legend.
Yes.
Din Djarin.
Yep, obviously faction would be Mandalorian.
Yeah.
This would be
the Mandalorian.
This would be, you know, like well in the future, many seasons down the line.
Yeah.
Like season 4 or some shit.
Whatever like the climatic story of like this and all the shows they're doing on Disney Plus that tie together.
Wherever it ends up going, like that last version of him.
And he has a lot of things going for him, as in like him taking Grogu, fighting and protecting him, raising him, bringing him, like whatever Grogu ends up doing too is also part of his legacy, which will help push him to that status.
Because the way that we looked at this as is what characters have the most influence, like over the galaxy.
Over the galaxy,
like in lore.
In lore, yeah.
And so yeah, Din Djarin, anything Grogu does can kind of be tied back to him, so that'll help a lot with like his legacy and his impact.
And also, like, Beskar Mando's not that great.
Yeah.
And normal Mandalorian's cool with the Bounty Hunter faction, but this would be like the
Mandalorian
definitive one. Yeah. Dark Saber, like everything.
And he would really make the Mandalorian faction really good.
Yeah.
They're just kind of right now.
Yeah. They need some help.
They need some bulk.
Number 8. Boba Fett. Specifically, like, Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Like, him after the Mandalorian. Wherever that journey goes. This is another one. He has the legacy of the character the fans would be happy to have him be Galactic Legend. But me, personally, he hasn't proved himself to be that yet. But we think he's going to get there, especially after the Mandalorian, and especially with the Book of Boba Fett coming. Yeah. He has the most potential and the most history, and, like, he's a good dark side one that the fans would love.
Yeah, and also just like status, he's renowned as like the best bounty hunter in the galaxy during his time, just like Jango before him. And yeah, I feel like with Book of Boba Fett, he'll reach that point in canon, because in canon, Boba Fett kind of sucks so far until Mandalorian happened.
Like, he looks cool, but like, other than that,
I'm sure I think he has canon comics, which are probably
there's the Bounty
great.
Hunter comics, yeah.
But the thing is, he gets really fucked over by Return of the Jedi, making him look like a doofus. Watch our Return of the Jedi review where I scream about that for like half an hour about how stupid Boba Fett is.
Yeah.
But Book of Boba Fett will probably make me like him.
Yeah. Mandalorian made me like him
made me like him a lot more, too.
Yeah. He would be either a scoundrel or a bounty hunter lead. We're not sure which one he would want to be. It all depends, like, where his story goes, I think.
Yeah. Like, if we're looking at it right now, I would say bounty hunter, because that's what he is, but he might just become, like, a crime lord, in which case he would just be a scoundrel.
Yeah. And it also depends on what our next person would be. The next two are interchangeable. One's one, one's the other. We just can't decide.
Yeah.
But yeah, Boba Fett would be great. The new armor, yeah. Number 7, Jabba the Hutt.
He would also be either a scoundrel or bounty hunter lead.
Yes.
He would be the one that Boba isn't.
Yeah, he'd be the one that Boba isn't. Because he's definitely with the bounty hunters, and he's definitely a scoundrel. So whichever one...
Because he paid most of the bounty hunters, so he could have really high bounty hunter synergy, but also he just kind of was involved in anything scoundrel-related, so it could be either or.
Yeah, it could go either way.
We had a specific video, you can go and watch it.
We're going to make a kit for him.
Yeah, we made a kit for Jabba the Hutt. And we had a separate one for another person who might be on this list.
Yeah.
But, like, he's another one that's just, like, a dark side character that fits.
And he's so well known, and he's not even in the game at all.
Yeah.
Like, and, like, he'd be so hard to, like, make that I think he's perfect for Galactic Legend. Like,
yeah.
Like, the ultimate support character, and, like,
and if
tank, maybe.
If you're looking at influence over the galaxy as a whole, Jabba has a lot of influence throughout all of the first 6 movies.
Yeah. Especially, yeah.
He's one of the ones who sided with Maul because he was forced to. He basically took over the whole Hutt clan by the time of the Empire.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot due to Maul, like, messing it all up. And by the end of, like, Return of the Jedi, he was, like, the only one left. So when he died, like, the crime world just, like, fell into chaos for a little while, I feel like. At least that seems to be the implication.
Yeah. The Mandalorian definitely sets up that kind of picture.
Because, like, how, like, the bounty hunter head moved to Navarro from Tatooine. So, like, clearly some shit went down after Jabba died.
Right. Yeah. He just makes, like, he's, like, too iconic and too influential just to not even be in the game at all. Like,
and also, Jabba. Cassian synergy.
Let Diego Luna touch him. Yeah. Number 6. This one, we're not sure the faction.
The only one.
We don't know what faction they would be in. And this one also is not there yet, but will be there, is Ezra Bridger. One of the few Jedi that we know is existing after Episode 6 with Luke. And all them young, like, whatever, Force-sensitive kids are out there. And
I like the loophole they used, because the idea is, as they say in the like line of logic that they've been going by so far in canon, is that when Luke becomes a Jedi, like officially in Return of the Jedi, he is the only Jedi in the galaxy, period.
Yeah.
So their kind of loophole for this is seemingly Ezra is out in the unknown regions, which is outside of the galaxy, kind of.
Yeah. He's there, but he's not. No one knows where he is. No one knows he exists.
No one knows where he is. I kind of find that loophole funny.
Yeah.
Ezra's an interesting character, because I feel like he kind of had like, I feel like he kind of had like a little bit of an Ahsoka, where he started off being not super great for a lot of people.
Yeah, I have that same... Like, I didn't love him in the beginning.
I mean, I feel like I really didn't like him in the beginning. Like, I didn't really hate Ahsoka in the beginning of Clone Wars.
Yeah, it was more just like...
It was more of just like, she's fine, and then she became amazing. Whereas Ezra was more of like, I don't really like this kid. But then by the end, he became better.
Yeah. And like his sacrifice and everything.
Yeah.
His relationship with
by the finale,
Kanan and everything that happened with them, yeah. And also because like we assume we're going to see Ezra again.
Absolutely.
For sure. And I feel like his future is bright in live action.
Yeah.
I feel like he's the one who transfers over the best to live action probably.
Yeah.
And has the most to do with him, but...
And also, he has a lot of impact on the galaxy because really the rebellion would not have won if Thrawn was still around.
Yeah.
Thrawn would have fucked up Mon Mothma.
Really would have.
So, like, him yeeting Thrawn into the unknown regions was, like, a huge win for the rebellion.
Yeah. And also just, I want to see Ezra again.
Like, if they would have put Thrawn in charge of the fleet during Return of the Jedi, you think they would have lost the Battle of Endor? No. Not at all.
He would have got that shit done. Yeah, Ezra Bridger. Cast Raul Coley as Ezra, please. Number 5. The character we need terribly bad in this game, a great version of, because we don't have a single good version of. And the most obvious choice for the next Galactic Legend, Leia Organa.
And just the perfect rebel Galactic
Yeah, the perfect
Legend.
rebel. We can get her with CLS, Han, and Chewie, and you got the squad together.
Yeah.
It'll be perfect. This one we also made a kit video on.
Mm-hmm.
You can go check out that kit and like all the ideas we have for her and
her requirements
and like who she would work well with.
She's one of those characters who, just like Maul, until obviously when they just announced it, is like, how the fuck do we not have a good version of this character?
Yeah, it's
like
weird.
It was like her and Maul were like the two were like, fuck's going on here? Why is there no good version of these two?
And talk about influential characters.
Yeah.
You can argue she's easily top 5 influential characters in canon.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, from the moment she was a child on Alderaan doing shit with her dad, like, as, like not a senator, but, like, as a young... I forgot what she was
kid.
In the Leia book, like, but she had, like, a role. And then, like...
She was a kid.
Yeah. And, like, then, of course, becoming a senator and becoming, like... helping
the
with the
rebel.
Yeah, the rebel. The icon.
The rebel. Yeah. She has... And obviously, you know, also... basically the secondary main character.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, she was part of the foundation of Star Wars. Incest. So...
Yes. The good old Leia Luke kiss. So random.
So spicy.
George Lucas was not prepared for that one. That's how you know. That's how you know that man didn't have a plan, but still made a good trilogy. So
no, I like to believe.
Screw you, JJ.
I like to believe it was planned.
Maybe.
I like to believe that he just has an incest kink.
Lucas is.
He looks like
creepy.
He's into incest.
Yeah.
I don't know what that implies, but
yeah. But yeah, there's so much they could do with Leia. It just makes the most sense.
We have 5 Hans, but only 2 Leias.
And both of them are bad.
And both of them are bad.
The
newer one is the worst one of the 2.
Right? It's so bad. But yeah, Leia Organa. Number 4. This one.
This is a spicy
one. Old Man Rex. Give us that clone Galactic Legend.
Yeah.
The best clone, Rex. The one who has the most impact with all the clone troopers, Rex. Ahsoka's right hand in the Clone Wars.
Like, I feel like the biggest thing that Clone Wars did for me is that, like, I love clone troopers.
Yeah.
That's, like, the biggest thing Clone Wars did for me. Because before I watched the show, I didn't give a fuck about clone troopers.
Yeah, they're just another trooper, another faceless person.
They're just another faceless person, but so many of them are, like, actual characters.
Yeah, they made... that you care about each and every one of them in different ways.
So it's like... And Rex is obviously the perfect example of that. And along with, like, the whole influence on the universe sort of thing. He had a huge impact on Ahsoka, who does a whole lot. He had a huge impact on Anakin.
Yeah. Yeah, and also him just being one of the few that was able to escape the Order 66 and not
also,
have it completely ruin him.
Season 7, he has some of the saddest scenes in all of the franchise.
Yeah.
Rex is great, and a clone Galactic Legend would be fire.
Yeah, and he deserves it. Like, he's one of
He was in the Battle of Endor, too.
Right? He made it all the way to Endor.
He fought in battles ranging from the Battle of Geonosis to the Battle of Endor.
Yeah.
This man has seen more battle than any other character.
A true veteran of war. Yeah, and it would just be a cool, like, interesting person to do who's not, like, super obvious and, like, you could do cool things with.
Yeah.
And the beard. Just the beard.
Yeah.
That sexy beard.
And, you know, it is a good faction. A lot of people love clones.
Yeah.
And you could get a lot of really cool theory-crafted teams out of that, just with the variety of clones that we have.
Yeah, with, like, the Bad Batch and all that. Yeah. It'd be cool. Number 3. Thrawn.
Thrawny Poo. He's clearly being set up as the big bad of this, like the live-action Star Wars
Disney Plus
shows.
verse.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian verse. He's clearly the 30-year gap between 6 and Force Awakens. Which like he was in the Legends, right?
Yep. The original Thrawn trilogy, he is the threat after the Empire. Yeah. Or like he is, it's literally kind of the same thing where he is basically the Imperial remnants. Mm-hmm. And so like the Thrawn trilogy, the original one is obviously like he just takes over after Palpatine.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what they're setting up.
Because we know Moff Gideon working for him.
Absolutely.
100%.
And like, which also just makes it so funny to think that, like, I don't know how they're going to make it even seem possibly logical that after all of this Thrawn shit goes down, that the Republic, like, de-arms their military.
Yeah.
Maybe when they beat Thrawn, they just think it's finally over.
Right, they're like, we can rest now.
We finally finished off the Empire twice.
They try to come back, but we wouldn't let them. And it's funny that it's not even, like, it doesn't even seem like it's going to be the, like, the rebels that deal with him. It's going to be, like, the Mandalorians and Ahsoka, just, like, the rogue people who, like, we know we got to get him done.
Do you think he's connected to, what's her name? The Grand Admiral lady from the Aftermath books.
Ray Sloan?
Ray Sloan. Is he connected to her?
I don't know. I haven't read the books.
Because I know.
That'd be cool. Because I know Ray Sloan. People love Ray Sloan.
I feel like there were multiple Imperial Remnant cells.
Yeah,
kind of
definitely.
Kind of like how there were different Rebel cells until they all unified.
Except Saw.
Well, until they mostly unified. Because I feel like the Empire's the same way. Because, like, there's Thrawn's cell, there's the cell that becomes the First Order, and I feel like Ray Sloan's cell is a different one. So I feel like there are 3 distinctive cells.
Yeah, there might be, yeah.
But obviously Thrawn's just the biggest threat.
Yeah.
Because the First Order's not a threat at all. This is coming from someone who loves the designs of the First Order, but they are not a threat.
Yeah, they're not
because
a threat
of Hux.
Hux fucking everything up.
Fucking everything up by killing all the competent people.
Yeah, and then obviously Imperial Remnant tag for Thrawn.
Imperial Remnant.
Since it's not Empire anymore, it'd be a perfect way to get a new Thrawn. And on this Thrawn, Fracture works on Galactic Legends. You put Fracture back on him, make a new moveset, but keep Fracture, but that one works on Galactic Legends.
That's the only change to how the Fracture works.
Yeah, it's like exact same move, but works on GLs. And then you make a bunch of other cool stuff that he does, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, it makes the most. He's one of the few dark side viable candidates. Yeah. Number 2, one of my favorite characters in Star Wars, one of the best dads in the galaxy, Caleb Doom.
This is the one that I think is the least likely to happen.
Least likely to happen.
And also the one that the both of us probably want the most.
This is Caleb Doom. On that.
Kanan Jarrus, for people who don't know.
Kanan, for people who don't know, that's his real name. This is him on Rebels, no mask, haircut. He can be blind or not blind. That moment, like, that him.
Yeah.
He has a big impact on the galaxy. Not a big impact. I think he does.
He does.
Mainly on Sabine, on Ezra, and their future. Like, he's part of their future. And then what he does with the TIE Defenders, that pretty much stops them from the Empire being more efficient in the original trilogy.
The thing is that it's very much understood that if they would have built the TIE Defenders, would have been an infinitely better use of their resources than a Death Star.
Yeah.
And seemingly really the only reason why it wasn't ever mass produced is because Kanan blew up the facility.
Yeah,
and then
ruined their plans.
And then Thrawn got yeeted.
Yeah, shortly after. Yeah, it was a perfect storm. Him and his team. The thing him and Hera did. Honestly, I think Hera would. I'd be okay if they did it to Hera, but I don't think they do Hera as a Galactic Legend.
Yeah,
like those two impact on like the Rebels and. Like the family unit they have and what their futures are in Star Wars.
Effect on my heart.
Yeah. That's like legitimately the only scene in Star Wars that made me cry. Even though I get emotional a lot, but like...
Kanan is one of my favorite Star Wars characters. He deserves it.
Best dad.
Because current Kanan kind of trash.
And support dads in Star Wars. Not a lot of good dads or moms, but give us good dads and moms. Yeah. Give us more family units.
There's not a whole lot of good dads in Star Wars.
Just him and Din.
And Hunter now.
Hunter. Yeah.
We're getting there.
Now we just need some good moms. We got Hera.
That's it.
Leia's an okay mom, but...
She pawned her kid off on Luke, and then Luke tried to kill him.
Yeah.
That's a different discussion.
Yeah, that's a different discussion. And number one, the most obvious choice. The one who has the most impact on the galaxy, who's definitely going to be a Galactic Legend at some point, especially because her future is still... so bright in canon, and like there's so much to do with her character and explore. Ahsoka Tano.
Also, we didn't say Kanan.
Oh,
Caleb's
Phoenix.
tag is Phoenix.
Yeah. Ahsoka Tano.
Ahsoka Tano, most
light
obvious
side,
GL.
unaligned Force user. Unless there's an obvious faction that pops up after everything.
Yeah, like if there's an obvious faction for like whatever they call the group that goes after Thrawn, maybe.
Yeah.
Like this whole group with like, all these Mandalorians and her and Sabine and
whatever's going on there. And obviously
if there's a tag for that, then that's what she would be. Otherwise, light side unaligned Force users, mouthful.
Yeah, you could do some cool stuff with that too, with like the openness of that. And obviously I picture her white cloak and Rebels. I just love that's just iconic to me. Her and her cloaks now are iconic.
The design would end up being whatever it is when
she inevitably
in that part of the series.
Yeah, when she eventually we move past her.
And hopefully it would be her, and then they release a new Sabine that has really good synergy with her.
Yeah.
And if they don't do an Ezra GL, he would be on that team.
New Ezra, yeah.
If he's not a GL.
Yeah. I feel like he has a lot of future, though. You could probably get both in. Just like how you think there's going to be another Kenobi for the show.
Yeah, true. But yeah, Ahsoka's the obvious one. We don't really need to explain much. Her impact on the galaxy is ginormous.
Unequivocally, like, no bias in there, she's like the best character in Star Wars. Not my favorite. Well, she's like top 3, but like I don't know if she's my favorite. It's always fluctuating, Yeah. But, like she's unequivocally like become the fan favorite too, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Like you don't like Ahsoka. I don't think you like Star Wars that much.
And her impact on the galaxy.
Yeah. All the way from like being one of the few memorable Jedi to leave the Order and.
Yeah.
That kind of...
Her impact on Anakin.
Yeah, on the biggest bad guy in the galaxy.
Her impact on Anakin, she was one of the earliest fulcrums.
Yeah.
She has done so much over the course of the galaxy.
Literally, like... Yeah.
She's done her like 40-year life so far has been jam-packed with influence.
Mm-hmm. Helping fucking Grogu learn and like be able to like tell Din to go to that place so Grogu can find someone. It's like everything.
Yeah.
She's the best. And she's great Jedi. She's here. No, she's not a Jedi, but she's perfectly...
She's a gray-ish unaligned Force user.
Yeah. And it's like just another piece of Anakin's strategy. It's so sad.
Yeah. She adds a lot to that tragedy. And also, she very much helps explain, like, why Anakin betrays the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other really good thing that Clone Wars does, is it super explains why Anakin hated the Jedi.
Yeah, especially after what they did to her. I don't want to blame them. Yeah. It's Ahsoka.
She's a big part of the reason why Anakin betrayed the Jedi, so in a way she's partially, like, connected to the biggest event of the whole franchise.
And also, I just need a 5 Ahsoka team.
Yeah.
Fulcrum Ahsoka, Cam.
You mean Cat?
Padawan, Galactic Legend Ahsoka, and then Mandalorian Ahsoka. Yeah.
Most of those would also have different lightsabers.
Yeah, I know, it's great.
She's had a lot of sets.
Yeah.
Also, white lightsabers, badass.
Oh, yeah. Fucking dope.
Fire.
we don't need to explain it so good. You understand.
Yeah.
Tell us what you guys think of this list. Who is a character we might have missed that you think is Galactic Legend status one day? Mainly because I want to know. It's so hard, especially Darkseid.
I was just about to say, especially Darkseid. If this is coming from me, I'm the Sith holocron. I'm the Darkseid fangirl.
You're like the...
I am the Sith.
You're the holocron of the Sith. You have the knowledge of the Sith.
Like, I love the Darkseid. I am hard-pressed to think of that many characters that are worthy of GL status on the Darkseid.
And don't come in with that KOTOR shit, because we won't hear from them. Don't say Revan. No. We're not KOTOR people.
We're really not KOTOR people.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, leave in the comments what you want to see.
Will come from.
And yeah, if they make it this far. So, until next time.
Yes.
Until next time.